welcome back to another episode of That's Why We Friend podcast.
Hi!
I'm Charmaine.
And I'm Shannon.
Finally,
What?
the second last episode of the season, we're finally talking about our,
Music career.
yes, two music students for like 20 plus episodes. We never ever touched about music.
Whoops! I guess we were like so excited of starting out this podcast that we kind of forget about our own background. But now we brought it back.
Yeah. So this episode, we'll be talking about our music journey, I would say. Yes, our music journey. We start with how and why we started learning music. Yes.
Oh, okay.
You go first.
Okay. How I actually started is fun story. When I was 3, my mom on Chip and Dale on TV, right? So like I think there's music and also she saw me standing in front of the TV just dancing, dancing along the music. Then my mom was like, oh, she likes music. Then she enrolled me into Yamaha junior class. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a group class where a bunch of kids and parents join together, come together and learn how to dance and all.
Like
But-
just learn about rhythm.
Clapping, yeah. And then like each of us have our own organ because it's a group class. Then the teacher will tell us like press where is C, and then our parents will be there like guiding us also. Yeah. So that's how I started with my piano organ journey.
3 years old?
3 to 4, yeah.
That's very young.
Yeah, they call it the JMC? Yeah.
Oh, you started
Junior music
very
class. Yeah.
young.
Yeah, then I joined the class for like 1 or 2 years. Then slowly I started picking up piano when I was 5 or 6 like that.
Is this like you voluntarily go?
Oh no, my mom enrolled me.
Do you enjoy the class actually?
When I was young, yes. Like when there's no exam, just play for fun.
So when
Yes.
you were in Yamaha, you enjoyed the class lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, then slowly I also pick up the electron course in Yamaha. We call it electron, but we play the key. We call it the keyboard, not keyboard, the organ, not our internal organ. The organ.
I think you need to put a picture here because
Yeah.
I went to a house and I saw the electron and it's like 2 layers plus your feet. There's another like keyboard kind of thing for your feet.
Yeah. Mainly our right hand plays the melody as usual. Then our left hand will play the chords.
Then the
'Cause,
feet?
the feet will play the bass.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes like we learn how to play the chords first, and then slowly the teacher will introduce the bass to you. Because when you're a kid, right, you can't reach the pedal. Because the bench itself is quite high. Like the keyboard is here, layer 1, first layer, second layer, then your bench, and then your bass keyboard is like at the bottom on the floor there. So 7-8-year-old, you know you can't reach. And then when you're in the early level, so it's you only learn how to use your right hand and your left hand. Like you'll start to learn the basic chords first. Then after that, they will introduce you how to like legitly use the bass.
I think it requires a lot of coordination, right?
Yeah.
My gosh, I play the piano with only my hands and my feet for the sustain pedal only. I already feel like I cannot coordinate everything. Imagine with your feet also you have to play something.
Yeah. But the beginner level, the bass is only like, you just step on it 4 counts or 2 counts each bar. Yeah, so it wasn't that bad until you get into the higher level. Wow, then you play all those walking bass and all. Then sometimes your right hand have to come down to your left hand, or your left hand have to go up to your right hand. I mean, your right hand have to come down to the second keyboard, second level, or your left hand have to go up into the first level.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's another, and like it's very different from the usual keyboard, right?
Yeah, it's different from the piano and the keyboard. It's basically half of the keyboard lah. Like they cut in half and then put into 2 levels.
Plus they take out your bass and put on your feet.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
It's actually quite fun, really.
If you actually learn it and you understand it lah. For like me, who have never seen an electone before going to your house, listening to you explain how you play it already confused me a bit.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. If I've confused you, I'm sorry.
But we put a picture here. It's quite interesting. I don't see this instrument much.
It's mainly found in Yamaha courses lah. Like other private, I seldom see lah.
Yeah.
Mostly, like private academy, they mostly focus on piano or guitar or vocal. But seldom, very very seldom, they will provide you or electone courses. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, my turn. I only started piano when I was 5. I wouldn't say it's piano. I start with organ also. My mom said it's organ lah. But I use the keyboard with like buttons for comping or backing track one. So you can play Tinkle Tinkle Little Star, but you got the backing track there.
That's cute. That's fun.
Yeah, and then I remember last time when I don't think I was voluntarily enrolled into it also. My mom's enrolled me in, and then I go learn lah. And then every time we practice at home, my mom will sit beside me to guide me.
That's nice.
Not nice.
Why?
Because she will point out you're wrong, and then if you last time my mom used to like hit me lah if it's wrong. Then I remember I practice until I cry, and then but not necessary that I don't like piano lah. Still enjoy it, but just with like someone looking at you like that, it's a bit stressful for me lah.
Understandable.
Then until I learned piano, I continuously learn piano while I start my vocal classes when I was 9, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. I think having a music background, like theory background, helps me with my vocal lah. So I understand what the teacher is saying, like this is a major, this is a minor, like that. Wait, I don't think I understand major minor at that time, but at least I know C, D, E, F, G, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol.
Yeah.
How it sounds like lah. That helped a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nothing much. Just like that. Just keep learning this to.
Like how long did you learn the piano? Because I remember like you said you stopped halfway, right?
Yeah, I learned from 5 until 18. Don't remember stopping in the middle lah. Until 18 when I was having my UEC. Before 2 months before my UEC, I stopped the class.
Okay.
Then same as my vocal lah. I start from 9 until 8. No, but vocal I stopped temporary. After my UEC, I take it back up and I go for exam lah. Until my second year of uni, I think 20. I pick up piano again, but not classical piano. Oh wait, if you don't know, there's 2 kinds of piano lesson that you can find in your regular music academies.
Yes.
One is classical piano, where you play all the Beethoven, the Bach, the Haydn,
Chopin,
and all the Debussy stuff. All the classical, very technical stuff.
Yeah, technical.
And the other one is contemporary piano, where you play jazz, R&B, blues, pop, pop, yeah, more to like the more.
It's more to the 21st century songs, and then more modern
Kind of song,
Yeah.
but it requires more like different rhythmic. You have to know the different rhythmic, and you have to get the feeling. And the hardest thing I find in contemporary music is the improvisation. Because classical music, as long as you follow the sheet, you'll never go wrong.
Yeah.
Because all the what you call that, dynamics, like P for piano, here is soft, F for forte, there is loud, or crescendo, decrescendo, that stuff, all is written on the sheet. You just follow the score, and you're safe.
Yeah.
While contemporary piano, there's something called lead sheet, where they give you the melody and the chords only.
Yeah. The chords are not the chord notation. It's like C, they write in C, and A minor in AM. So
They won't tell you how you
play your left hand, your
how
harmonies.
the placing. What do you call that? Like inversions, yeah. So there's inversion. You can play in first inversion, second inversion, or root position. It brings like different kind of sound, different kind of
Feel.
mood, like that. So it all depends on you. You want to follow the sheet, you follow. You don't want to follow the sheet, you don't follow.
Yeah.
Then it also requires like coordination with your bandmates or whoever you're playing with, because you can improvise like maybe 8 bars, 16 bars, or however many bars you want, as long as you communicate with your bandmates. Yeah. And then there's like call and response stuff. Very complicated, I would say.
It's also considered quite technical, but more on the rhythmic and harmonization wise. While classical is more on your scales, your arpeggiation, those common classical techniques, I would say.
Like more foundation kind of thing.
More foundation.
Foundation.
And it's more to like you have to follow the sheet. While contemporary, you like just do what you want.
Yeah, do what you want. If you want to play in swing, you want to play in funk,
go ahead.
Just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until I was 20, I picked up piano and I start contemporary piano. Cause before uni, right, before I was in my music degree, I didn't know how to appreciate classical music, because it's very boring for me, because I just follow the sheet and then you don't understand it lah. At least it's like pop song, you got the lyrics, you got the melody, you understand it. But for me at that time, I didn't understand what classical music is playing about until I go into my music degree. Then I realized, there's so many things happening in this classical piece.
Yeah.
Like this part, because the melody is like that and then the harmony is like that, it makes a different kind of feel. And what chord is this? In classical piano, seldom the teacher will teach you about chords. I didn't know that classical music have chords until I go to my music degree. Yeah. Embarrassing, but that's what happened.
Yeah, I noticed that also, cause like my first few piano teacher, classical piano teacher, not my organ teacher. Organ teacher sounds so wrong. My electron teacher.
Organ teacher.
Yeah. What I noticed is that they don't really teach you about chords. It's like, okay, this is in the C key, you just play the C, whatever is written on the score. So I just play. But then when I learned my electron, the books itself, they have already written like the chord you're supposed to play. Like they show you the chord notes, and then on top of the melody line, they have your chord also, like C chord, G7 chord, and all those stuff. So when I was young, I was more into electron compared to classical piano, because I'm like, why?
I understand.
Yeah, so until I grew older, before that, when I was learning my classical piano, I stopped halfway when I was 12 because of UPSR. And then during that time, I was legitly like have no interest in classical piano. So I don't want to waste my money. So I stopped permanently for like few years until I entered my first degree. Yeah, until I entered my first degree, I picked up my classical piano again.
That's quite long.
Yeah.
6 to 7 years.
Yeah, 6 to 7 years gap. So yeah. What was I saying before again?
The electone.
Yeah. It was until that age when I continue my classical piano again that only I noticed that there is actually chords. But I just didn't notice until that age. So it's like, woof, mind blown. Yeah, then from there, my interest in classical music start to pick up again because like I did identify what chords they are. Sometimes I will just write the chord name on top of the
It's
note.
easier for you to play, right? You don't have to read the chords.
Yeah, so my teacher will be like, what are you writing? Chord notes. Then he's like, okay. He's chill with it, but he has a lot of complaint about my fingering problem. Yeah, because when you learn electron, like fingering is important, but my teacher mainly focus on my chords more. So I kind of neglected my fingering, even in my early days with classical piano. Then when I picked up again, even until now, my teacher is like, "Oi, your fingering follow the book fingering, don't follow your own fingering." So I'm currently like correcting it lah. It's much better compared to a few years ago when I pick up again. So, but the problem is still there lah.
I also got a fingering problem because before I stopped my classical piano, I didn't have this problem until I pick up again.
Yeah.
When I play like contemporary piano, you still have to follow fingering because it's easier for you to
Play the music, yes.
play the music. But every time I play, I'll have a different fingering.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I cannot fix to one. Maybe I'm not used to it already lah.
Yeah, that's the difference between contem and classical. They're more stricter with the foundation, with your technique. And then the teacher will be like, curve your fingers, don't play it flat.
Yeah, but contem, they will actually encourage you to groove with the music. Yeah.
Yeah.
If classical, you have to sit straight, curve your fingers and play. And then don't move your body, right?
No, my teacher encouraged body movement.
It's not like I mean like hunchback like that.
Yes,
like
yes,
you
yes.
move like that is okay, but you don't like that.
Yeah.
But contem, they encourage you to actually
Groove.
groove with the music.
Yeah, that's the difference between classical and contem.
But I also think classical is important if you really want to learn piano. Because classical focus on your foundation, and if you have that solid foundation already, it's easier for you to go to
Contem.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you might have difficulties learning the chords at first or comping with the groove, the rhythm.
Yeah, but the more you listen to those kind of music, the more you get it.
Yeah. One thing good about contem is that even in electron we have backing tracks to play along. Yeah, not like classical, it's just the piano itself.
Yeah, usually it's just a solo piano piece.
Yeah. That's what I like about electron classes, especially when you listen to the backing tracks, right? You'll be like, oh, you can actually play the guitar like this, or you can actually play the rhythm like this. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, like the backing track, they have drums, the guitars, or sometimes even like
The bass.
percut. Oh, mine don't have bass. Because my
Oh,
leg
you
is
are
the
playing
bass.
the bass,
Yeah,
yeah.
my leg is the bass. Like they also have certain percussions that you never hear before when you're young, and then you ask your teacher, what is this? Yeah, and then she will tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more fun to play with other people lah. While classical, usually you just play alone.
Yeah.
So, what kind of genre you play in your piano and your electron class? You got it's like the same, right? Electron should have different genres, is that right?
Yeah. Let's start with piano first up. For my piano, I started with classical. Then until when I stopped my piano halfway, when I was 12 like that, my electron teacher that time, it was like she come to my house and she teach me. So she say like, why not I learn pop piano also, cause since my piano is already there, nobody is touching, it's like a waste lah, you just put there for decoration. So she teach me how to play pop piano and all, since I already got the electron background. So she printed out some lead sheets, but it wasn't the melody line kind of lead sheet. She gave me the lyrics and the chords.
Okay.
So my melody have to base on hearing. So
Is this the electron thing?
yeah. In the electron, you exam lah. You have hearing, oral test, sight reading.
I think all the pianos have.
Yeah, piano also have, but you also have improvisation. Yeah, so the examiner, they will give you like 8 bars of the original melody line. Then after that, you have to improv.
So you write your own melody based on that.
You play on the spot.
So you listen already, then you have to play.
You play the first 8 bars one round, and then you improv, and then you play back the original.
Oh.
It's like the A, B, A prime concept.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, then you must have very good hearing to do that.
The hearing, not hearing lah. You have to have a good sight reading and your rhythm have to be good. Yeah. Hearing is just like the examiner, they will play and then you just play back what they play.
Okay.
Yeah. So during that time, for Yamaha students, our solfege have to be good, like do, re, mi, fa, sol. Because in classical, some of the teachers don't teach the students solfege.
Yeah, like mine, we straight start with C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah, C, D, E, F, G. And then whenever it comes to oral, right, for classical, you don't sing the solfege. Not, is it? Yeah, you have to sing back, right? That's one part.
Don't remember that so long ago.
It's hearing, it's part of hearing. But instead of playing back what you hear, you sing.
Yeah. But you can la 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 like that.
Yeah. That's what I don't like about it. No hate. It's just my personal opinion. I don't really like about the la 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 thing, because it's something similar to solfege, but you just sing like la 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 instead of do, re, mi, fa, sol. So for me, when I pick up my piano again and I go exam for grade 3, my teacher forgot to tell me that I have to sing la 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 la. So when I go, I just sing in solfege. Then the examiner is like, "Oh, you sing in solfege. Usually people will sing in la 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 la." Then I'm like, "Oh, will you deduct my marks for that?"
I think it's okay.
Yeah. Then after that, when I told my piano teacher, he's like, "What?"
My thing is, it's a advantage lah.
Yeah.
Like for me, I know, like if you play something, I know the melody is going up or down, but I don't know what the note is. Like if you sing do, re, mi, fa, sol, you already know the key, you already know what note the person is playing.
Yeah, that's what I prefer.
Yeah, that's a disadvantage to me lah.
Because like when we're in our degree, right, some of our lecturers, they want to test our hearings. So when it comes to melody, I'm okay with it. But when it comes to rhythmic, I'm like, oh no, I'm dead.
Yeah. I can, the melody part, the lecturer have to give me the first note. Then I can find, oh, this is the re mi fa so. Oh, so you start with G and then go up, go down like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because I would say my foundation is not that good lah. Because throughout my whole classical piano journey, most of the time I only play exam pieces.
Yeah.
If you don't know, the most popular exam board for piano is ABRXM
Yes.
board. And every 2 years, I think,
2 to 3 years, they will
2 to
change
3.
their syllabus.
Yeah, they will change their syllabus. So if you are aiming for like this 2 to 3 years, you must use this book, and then you must
Yes.
choose 3 songs from this book, and you play. So most of the time, I'm only playing songs in the exam book.
Yeah.
So my only mission is to learn this song, master this song. I don't care whatever I'm playing, as long as I'm following the score.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the middle, I forgot how old already. I did told my mom that I don't like piano.
Because you're only learning that 3 songs.
Yeah, it's like very boring, and I don't know why I'm learning. But my mom, obviously, she said, no, you cannot stop lah. So I have to continue with it lah.
Yeah.
But lucky I continue with it, because it also kind of helped me with my contemporary piano stuff lah.
Because you have your foundation there.
I have foundation, but maybe not as strong as other people.
Yeah, but as long as you have your foundation there and then you practice and polish up, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so continue from the genre. After my classical, I pick up pop piano. While in the meantime, my electon, it was mainly pop songs.
So more to pop lah.
Yeah, it was more to pop songs. For how electon exam works is like you have your textbook and then you have to pick 2 songs from your textbook.
Similar.
Yeah, 2 songs from your textbook and 2 songs outside of your own choice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What I like is the 2 songs outside. My own choices.
Can you choose like any songs, or you have to ask them, hey, if these 2 songs
For
I can
the
go for this exam or not?
for the lower grade is any songs if I'm not mistaken. Any song, and then you and your teacher have to like create your own backing tracks.
Oh, so you have to record your own backing track.
Some was it? It was so long ago. I kind of have a little bit hazy memory. Some I remember some we come up with our own backing tracks. Well, the other one is like the teacher will give you, or the teacher will provide you the song, and then you have to copy the song out actually. Yeah. So you copy the whole song on your manuscript book, but then you have to provide the original book.
Oh, okay. So you must have a proof that you have the whole score there lah. I see.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I remember. And that's what I like about electon's exam, because when you write out, you kind of like have a bit of time to analyze why they use this. And then at the same time, you're like humming the melody, and then you're like, oh, I can put crescendo here, and how to play the whole melody line properly. That's how I learned when I was young.
I see. I know like vocals, they also have something like that. The board that I took for my vocal exam is called Rock School, RSL. And they have similar, they have every, I forgot, like 5 years, they will change their syllabus also.
Oh, that's long, 5 years.
Yeah, it's longer than piano, I remember. And they will also provide you a wider repertoire. Means
Ooh.
I remember I've been to 2 exams for vocal, one grade 5, one grade 8. Grade 5 I took the traditional one where you have to sing 3 songs and you got sight reading, you got sight
Singing.
yeah, you got sight singing, you got ear training,
Hearing.
you got the technique stuff lah. And then they got another one called the performing cert I took on when I was grade 8. Is you have to sing 5 songs. That's all.
Ooh.
You see why I do that? Because I don't want to do all the skills and stuff. Yeah. So they have the wider repertoire, but as long as you choose, if you take the traditional one, 2 songs from the book, 2 or 1 song from the book, and 2 from the wider repertoire, or you can actually like choose a song out of the wider repertoire and send it to them in
For
advance
approval.
to ask, oh, if I'm going for this grade, is this song
Approve.
like approved for that grade lah? Then they will reply to you like that.
Okay, that's interesting.
More choices for you to choose lah.
Yeah, I remember when we were in our degree, you were prepping for your grade 8 exam. So whenever we hang out, she will suddenly say, okay, I need to go practice my song now.
Because I think it's quite rushed for me also because I only took 1 year to prepare for my grade 8.
Wow.
Right after I passed my grade 5, then I think I took 2 years off. Then I start preparing for grade 8.
Oh, so you skipped grade 6 and grade 7?
Yeah.
Wow.
I only took 2 exams. Fun fact, my piano also, I took I forgot grade 1 got or not. If got, is grade 1, grade 3, grade 5. So I never like go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that one. Then after grade 5, I straight prep for grade 8, but I didn't go.
Okay. Oh, one thing like very common in classical piano is like they skip grades.
Yeah.
And then certain parents, not all, they want their kid to finish fast. So whenever they finish like grade 1 exam, the parent will be like, oh, so
Can we skip to grade 3?
Yeah, can we skip to grade 3? Or when you finish grade 3 or grade 4, like can you skip to grade 6 or 7? Or just straight jump to grade 8? That's something like I don't like about.
Because you are playing for the exam only.
Yeah. It's like you're just playing for the cert and just for accomplishment.
Yeah. I remember, I think I took grade 6, but then I failed.
Oh.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken lah. After grade 5, I took grade 6. The next year, following year, then I failed. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember that year, I think I got my UEC also, but the junior UEC and PT3 together.
Oh.
So UEC and PT3, they are at the same period of time.
So it's quite stressful and you got no time to practice.
Yeah. And I was a few marks
To pass.
to pass, yes. But it's okay.
Yeah. But like I understand why parents they want to skip grade lah, cause it saves time and money. But you have to make sure that your kid is on the right track, like whether they are stable enough to skip grades.
Yeah.
Not like I'm not stable, but then I skip to a difficult grade. Because each grade you learn different stuff and it builds up your foundation as well.
So that's why I said my foundation is not that solid. Because I've been skipping all the grades.
Yeah. Because I remember when I took my grade 6, right? After my grade 6, I initially wanted to skip grade 7 and just straight jump into grade 8. But I thank my teacher for not allowing me because during that time my techniques weren't really stable yet. So yeah, it took me few 1 year like that. It delayed me from entering my grade 8 1 year later, but at least my technique on my weakness is like stable.
Yeah, and then I heard they said grade 7 to grade 8 is a big leap. Although it's just like one level apart, right? Yeah. The things that they teach is different, very different.
Yeah, especially in theory.
I might be able to play a grade 8 piece but then I don't know what I'm playing. Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Of us.
Yeah, so that's our genre. My genre was classical, then pop, then classical, then pop again. Mainly it's classical and pop until I entered degree where I started to play a bit of jazz and all of it. Yeah.
Mine is my piano. I start from classical. Then after when I start uni, I go for contemporary where we learn jazz, blues, R&B. So whoa, I would say the first month, I'm like my teacher tell me every class, swing is long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short.
Yeah.
I cannot get the feeling, for the first month. So it's like every week I go there, the same thing. Every week I go there, the same thing.
But now you should be better, right?
Yeah, because I listen to it often.
Yeah.
I get the feeling, get the groove.
Yeah.
Do you go for competition or performing a lot when you're younger? This is an Asian parent stuff lah. If you learn piano, you have to show it.
Performance, not so much, because when I was young, my piano was mainly like at home, private base, so there's not much performing opportunities. But my electron, I remember like the kid one, and then I remember I attended one electron performance. Yeah, it was with a band also. Yeah. And then when I pick up my piano, like at the current center I'm learning now, like they have like monthly recitals.
Oh, monthly.
Yeah. So my teacher will encourage me to go.
Or force.
No, mostly encourage, because whether I'm well prepared or not, it depends on me, right? So I'm like, okay, I will try. I performed once, then I didn't go for that recital again. And then he will encourage me to go for competitions. Yeah, to actually overcome my stage fright.
Yeah. I would say I am also a very shy kid when I was younger. So, and plus my piano is also like home tutor and stuff. So I also don't have much experience on competition or performing lah. But after my music degree, we start performing more because in class you need to perform.
Yeah.
And my music center also, they also have like every term they have a recital. And my teacher will just say, oh, I enroll you in already, so you just go. Then, then a few weeks before the recital, we'll just focus on the song that I'm going to perform lah. Yeah. It's not that hard, just to overcome the fear lah. And I would say performing actually taught me more than having the exams.
Really?
Yeah, because like performing, like now, if you know what's a jam session, it's like you go to someone's jam session and then no one will prepare anything. Like you will randomly
be selected
and matched with different bandmates, and then all of you pick one song and you perform like on the spot. Yeah, so actually going to like jam session and performing actually taught me more than exam, because you can actually really see what are you lacking of.
Oh, really?
Compared to other people, like, oh, she can do this, like she can play this, how she played that. If I want to learn, what skill, what technique I need to strengthen it. It's like a learning opportunity lah, I feel.
Interesting.
You might, like if you go for exam, we have skills that we need to practice. We have arpeggios and stuff, but you will just learn for the exam sake.
Okay.
Not for like application.
Okay.
Like if you go to performance, you can see, oh, this is actually arpeggio, but then she applied it like that, or he applied it like that.
It's like how they
actually apply it to the song.
Yeah.
That one taught me a lot.
Yeah, one of Charmaine's goal is like every month you attend one jam session.
Yeah.
Which is good lah.
I already missed last month.
It's okay, you can replace.
If I got time lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the next question. When did you actually started to tell yourself, I want to pursue music?
When? I've forgotten when actually, but I know that music is one of the career path I want to take when I was like in high school. But
Is it like a top priority or stuff?
yeah, it was one of my top 3.
Okay.
But during that time, you know, people will say like, oh, music you can't cari makan a lot. You
Then
only
you can
become
be a music
teacher.
teacher. Like, come on.
Yeah, so whenever like people ask me what I want to do before I enter my degree, it's like, oh, I'm interested in music. Then I'm like, you'll be like, oh, then after that you become a music teacher.
Yes, that's what a lot of people say. Like when I enroll into my music degree, there's a lot what my relatives say lah. So, what you want to study in uni? Oh, I'm studying music. So you want to become music teacher? I'm like, there's so many other stuff other than music teacher that I can do.
Yeah, like why music teacher? Why can't you all say composer or arranger? I mean, like you all listen to music as well.
Yeah, music, you need someone to write the music.
Yeah, without those composer, how would you get your music nowadays?
Yeah. Maybe that's because music teacher is the most common music career you can find now.
Yeah, true.
Do you have like you say music career is one of your top, right? Like what is the music career that you're talking about? Arranger, composer, producer,
Sound designer.
something. So you like the Wu Chua Peng?
Yeah.
Really? If you listen closely enough, most of the ads they got a lot of Shu Chua Peng.
Can you do it again?
Shu Chua Peng.
Okay. Yeah. When I started our degree, right? Initially, I thought like, oh, I was interested in becoming an arranger. Until we took up the sound design course, then I'm like, oh, this is actually more interesting. Then I remember in our course outline, we were supposed to learn Foley.
You did mention to me a lot. Right?
Yeah. For those who are not sure what Foley is you are in a recording room and then you actually create the sound effects on the spot with the screen, with the animation on the screen. So like let's say a horse is running, people will take like coconut husk and then cut. Yeah. I was really interested in that when I read the course outline. And then they say like we will get hands-on experience with it. But lockdown happened.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to experience that.
I think in Malaysia, not much studio do Foley.
Yeah, not much. But whenever I see like those Americans in Hollywood, they show the behind the scenes of
They do
Foley.
a lot of Foley.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I want to
They
do
got a
that.
whole room full of equipment
And
for
props.
you to do the Foley and record it.
Yeah, even like letters. Do you know just crunching letters together, you get bone cracking sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so cool. Yeah, so I didn't get to experience that, but with the normal sound design and then the ads, whenever we have to add like those sound design stuff, I was also quite happy with it. Yeah, I really enjoyed that process. Yes, process and that kind of. Is it a genre? No.
I wouldn't say it's a genre.
What should I call? That category in music, yes.
Actually, in like pop music, you can also there's also a lot of sound design. Like before the music starts, they will have like bird sounds, like wind sound. That's all considered as sound design lah, or sound effects like that.
Yeah, that's what I did for my final year project. Like it's a mixture of sound design and composition. So I go YouTube and find people's video, and then I choose the video and I compose and come up with sound designs in the music. Yeah.
Yeah. So more like a sound engineer kind of job lah.
What about you?
I know I want to pursue music since young, since like when I started my vocal classes, I already know that I like music and music is something that I want to do in the future. I remember, last time, right, we used to have those kind of books in elementary school. You'll write you'll give to your friend, then your friend will write her name, age, and favorite stuff, favorite whatever, and what ambition and stuff. Singer is always one of it in that. Yeah. Until I always before I enrolled to uni, I always wanted to have a band and we
Just jam together.
Play as a band like that. That's the thing I was very excited before going into the
Degree.
Yeah. But until now, I still like the feeling. But music, if you do full-time music, it's kind of hard to survive.
Yeah, unless you have your own stable connection. Yeah.
If you're just starting out and then you straight full-time musician, it's kind of hard lah. So usually people will have a full-time job and music will be their part-time. Then slowly they cut down their full-time and put more time to music.
Yeah.
If things are getting better lah.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be a singer, but for now, I want to be a studio singer. How you say that? Like demo singer or you sing in studio? Yeah, sessionist like that. But I also need to learn how to sing live lah, cause singing live and singing in the studio is actually very different.
Oh really?
Yes, because singing in the studio, you can have a mixing engineer to help you correct all your imperfection.
Yeah.
And live, what's out, it's out already. So I feel myself if I can sing maybe 90% set myself to 90% in live, then I can do way better in my studio singing lah.
Okay.
So I'm also in the process of training myself.
That's cool. Really, it does. That in the studio you can have imperfections. Because our mixing engineer, they will fix it up for you.
And you can roll again and
yeah, you can record everything again. But in live performance, nope, you only got one chance.
Yeah, you got only one chance.
Yeah. It's either make it or break it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I remember one more is before I pick up the degree, I know I wanted to be in the music industry, but I also wanted to be in the voiceover industry as well. Yeah, because when you watch a lot of cartoons and animation, they always have voice actors
to dub the characters.
Yeah. And then what really caught my interest is when I was watching YouTube and it was about Japanese voice actors, especially for animes. So I'm very, very surprised that some girls with very high-pitched voice can go so deep for a very mature, sexy kind of voice. Yeah.
You must be very versatile to be a good and professional voice actor lah.
Yeah, and then I remember one of the anime characters, it was a very, very goofy kind throughout the whole animation. And then when he got angry, the voice just changed. Yeah. So when you watch it on the animation, you're like, oh, that's cool. But when you watch it from the voice actors live, it's like, I I'm in love. Really?
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I think this kind of stuff you can train on lah.
Yeah.
You can start from doing your own project, like taking a clip from the internet and you dub it yourself. Then maybe you ask someone else to see if
There's any room for improvement.
yeah, like the voice have to fit the character. Something like
Yeah. That's one thing cool about voice acting.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we know more about your music journey, what would you tell your younger self?
What would I tell my younger self? Just play whatever you want. Yeah. And then even if the teacher compares you with your siblings or whatever, just in and out. But take note of what's useful. Yeah.
Okay. I would tell myself that don't only focus on exams.
Yeah.
Actually, whatever things you learn, you should understand why is it like that. So it's easier for you to apply it.
Yeah.
So if you just follow whatever your teacher say, and you don't understand why you're doing it, it's hard for you to apply it to other places. So actually understand what music you're playing, and don't give up. Because although you don't like classical piano, there's other genres that you can explore,
Yeah.
like contemporary. Then I can start earlier.
But it's never too late to start or learn something new.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I would tell my younger self.
I also want to, because now I stopped my contemporary piano because I'm too busy. I also want to pick it up again if I have the time.
Yeah.
Because it's actually pretty fun if you understand why is it like that. Same as classical music.
Yeah. I think it applies to vocal as well, right?
Yeah.
Because like every teacher, they teach different techniques.
Yeah, but vocal something different is because vocal is very subjective. Because the way I sing, I might feel like that, but you might not feel it. So I have to find the way that you understand and explain it to you like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit harder, but you get it. You get it eventually. Yeah.
Yeah.
And practice more. Yes, practice.
Oh.
Need a lot of practicing.
Yeah, everybody say you have to practice. Practice makes perfect.
40 hours of practice.
Not that much lah.
That's what two set violin say.
Okay.
Yeah, so guess that's the end of this week's episode. We hope you enjoy our story.
For our music journey.
Yeah, and if you like music, it's always not too late to start.
Yeah.
As long as you have the heart
To learn.
Yes, it's always never too late.
Yeah.
And also, you have to know that music is everywhere. In your life, you can never run away from music.
Yeah.
So it's actually everywhere. So appreciate music more, especially your local music. Not only the international stars are the best, you can actually find very good musicians in Malaysia too.
Yeah. Support our local artists and musicians.
Because it's hard for us to
Survive here.
Yeah, because everyone, since young, we were influenced by the international artists, so we only listen to like English or Chinese song from international artists.
Yeah.
But in Malaysia, you can also find good Chinese and English song and even bahasa song.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and we'll see you next week. Bye.